Now, we are going to start our webinar on the topics of entrepreneurship opportunities in post-COVID period through Atmanirbhar Bharat. So here, today's our webinar, there is participants, and we invite the two resource person, Dr. Hari Prasad Goenka, Associate Professor, HOD, Department of Commerce, Rabindranath Tagore University, Hojai. And second resource person is Sri Shailen Sharma, Associate Professor, Department of Commerce, Nagaon College. And there are two spokespersons, Sri Dhanesh Sharma, Associate Professor, Khagurijan College, Nagaon, and Kailash Kaudel, Assistant Professor, Khagurijan College, Nagaon. In this program, the official inauguration will be done our principal of Dhing College, Dr. Biman Hazarika. I would like to request him for official inauguration of his webinar. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Bimal Pal. It's the Department of Commerce. At the outset, I would like to offer our heartfelt homage to Mahatma Gandhi. Today is a very special day which is being celebrated all over the world within our nation, motherland, India. The birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi. I, on behalf of Dhing College family, also offer my heartfelt homage to Mahatma Gandhi. Right now, I am going to inaugurate the seminar of Department of History, being hosted by Department of History on a very important topic, entrepreneurship opportunities in post-COVID for Atmanirbhar Bharat. In this webinar, we have invited so many resource persons and speakers to shed light and new information on this very important and pertinent topic, entrepreneurship opportunities in post-COVID period. For this webinar, we have invited Dr. Hari Prasad Goenka, Associate Professor and HOD, Department of Commerce, Rabindranath Tagore University, Hojai. Another resource person who has already joined with us, Mr. Shailen Sharma, Associate Professor, Department of Commerce, Nagaon College. Two speakers will be here. They are Dhanesh Sharma, Khagurijan College of Khagurijan College, and Kailash Kaudel of Khagurijan College. Along with these resource person and speakers, already lots of people, scholars and listeners have joined in this webinar. Without spending much time, I would like to throw little light on today's seminar's topic, and particularly what is Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan, which translates self-reliant India, is the vision of our Prime Minister, who is the most visionary person. Our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji introduced this particular Abhiyan just after the beginning of COVID pandemic. The first mention of this particular word, Atma, of
I'm sorry, due to technical problem. So after 2 minutes, this will be regular.
Sorry for little intervention and break. Let me back to the platform again. I'm talking about the 5 pillars of Atmanirbhar Abhiyan. And right now, I would like to throw some lights on some steps being taken up by Government of India under the vibrant leadership of our Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. These are, as we all know, MSPI, that is, another is FDI increasing in defense sector, solar manufacturers. It is a very important information I'm going to share in this platform. That is, in March 15, we were really short of PPE kit, which is very much important and essential for combating COVID situation. But India became Atmanirbhar in this context by producing 15,000 pieces per day beginning in May. So this is the intention and this is the hope and aspirations being put up by this mission at this dismal picture of world economy. So I would like to thank once again all the participants for being with us in this webinar, and particularly my thanks goes to Department of Commerce, our junior most stream introduced in this college in 2016, who has taken, the entire team has taken so much of pain in organizing this seminar on a very pertinent and very important topic. That too on a very important day. Today is the birthday of Mahatma Gandhi. Once again, I must utter his name, the great name of India. And I congratulate all and I welcome you all to this webinar being put up by Department of Commerce on the topic entrepreneurship opportunities in post-COVID period. Thank you very much. Over to Bimal Pal.
Now, I would like to request our resource person, Dr. Hari Prasad Goenka, Associate Professor and HOD, Department of Commerce, Rabindranath Tagore University. So, sir, you please give us a special lecture on the topic stated here. Thank you, sir.
Hello. Hello. Am I audible to all of you? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Am I audible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, very good morning to all of you. First of all, I will congratulate to the principal of the Dhing College, learned Dr. Biman Hazarika sir, and the commerce faculty of the Dhing College, Assistant Professor Dhanesh Sharma and Kailash Podel, and the course coordinator of from the Department of Commerce and HOD, Professor Bimal Pal sir, for organizing this type of webinar on a very interesting and very up-to-date topic, which is very essential in the present day crisis. So my congratulations to the Dhing College faculty first of all. Then I also thank for choosing me or selecting me as a resource person, because there are so many scholars in Assam, there are so many scholars in India. In spite of that, with my limited knowledge, you have given me this opportunity. So I am very much glad and thankful to all of you. And another resource person, one of my good friend, Professor Shailen Sharma sir from Nagaon College, and he is also resource person. So I feel proud and very happy to share his view along with me. So let me start, and I want to share my slide. Is my slide visible? Hello.
Yes, sir.
My slide is visible, I think.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
I
yes,
can
sir. Yes, sir.
proceed. I can proceed.
Sure, sir.
Okay. So I welcome all the participants. I think that student participants are there along with the teachers. Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Is there student participants also there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. May I know how many participants are there from outside Assam? Any participants?
Yes, sir.
From outside Assam also there are participants. No.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so definitely I have to choose the medium of instruction, especially English as well as maybe Hindi. But if I follow lecture in Assamese, then that will be difficult for the participant from outside Assam. Okay, however, let me proceed. Welcome you all. Entrepreneurship opportunities in post-COVID period through Atmanirbhar Bharat. So I start my presentation with the quotes of Mahatma Gandhi. Today is the birthday of our nation, father of nation, Mahatma Gandhi, and one of the slide, as you see in the quotes, that you must not lose faith in humanity. Humanity is an ocean. If a few drops of the ocean are dirty, the ocean does not become dirty. So let us hope for the best that India, with a vast population of 130 crores people, it is like a vast ocean. And in this ocean, we are very much optimistic and hopeful that we can achieve our goal of Atmanirbhar Bharat. Then Mahatma Gandhi's another quote says that Swadeshi movement Mahatma Gandhi started, and Swadeshi is that spirit in us which restricts us to use and service of our immediate surroundings to the exclusion of the more remote. So the very concept of today's webinar, I think that is Atmanirbhar Bharat is, is the vision of our father of nation Mahatma Gandhi during those days since our independence. So he started Swadeshi movement, he started Khadi Bastra with Charkha, and he at that time announced vocal for local. That is what today our Prime Minister says that. So the theme of the today's webinar is the theme or the vision of our father of nation Mahatma Gandhi. Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. Recently, our Prime Minister has declared Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan for self-dependent India mission with a monetary improvement package worth rupees 20 lakh crores pointed towards accomplishing the mission. So because of pandemic in the COVID situation, the GDP is decreasing and it is going very down. So to revive up the economy, the Prime Minister has announced this package to revive our economy under Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. The declared financial bundle is 10% of India's GDP in 2019-20. The self-reliant India mission points towards decreasing import reliance by focusing on replacement. So the theme says that self-reliant India can be promoted only through decreasing the import. Our over-dependence on import should be decreased. And we should focus on replacement of the goods which we generally use through import, and well-being consistent and quality of our products to increase worldwide piece of the pie through increasing export. So to decrease import and increase export, this can be done, this can be achieved only through the improved quality of our products. If we can improve the quality of our products, then and then only we can be self-reliant, or we can decrease our import and we can increase our export through achieving our demand of our product in the global market. The mission will be done in 2 stages. First stage, it will consider division like clinical materials, hardware materials, electronics items, plastic items, toys, and where neighborhood assembling and fairs can be advanced. So in these fields, we can consider for Atmanirbhar Bharat. These can be advanced. Second stage, that it will consider items like pearls and gems in the ocean, because India is surrounded by ocean in the 3 sides of the country. So there is a vast scope in pearls and gems and pharmaceutical and steel industries, etc. So there are 2 stages for the Atmanirbhar Bharat. The mission would be founded on 5 columns. That is, first we have to improve our economy. Second, we have to improve our foundation, infrastructure. Then we have to make our one framework to go on this Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. Next, our demography should be studied and projects should be undertaken on the basis of demography, because India has a diversity of culture, diversity of nature. So, suppose Assam has different climate, different nature in comparison to Kerala or in comparison to Assam, in comparison to Rajasthan or Kashmir. So demography also has an important role. So industry should be set up on the basis of demographic conditions. Then request and implementations. So all these are the 5 founded pillars that can, through which we can achieve the self-reliant India movement or Abhiyan. The mission is likewise expected to supplement Make in India initiative, which plans to energetic fabricating in India. So it is just similar to Make in India initiative, also initiated by our Prime Minister. So I think that am I a bit fast or all right? Hello?
Sir, continue.
Continue.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Entrepreneurs opportunities. Now I am directly coming to the entrepreneurs opportunities. I am just simply here talking about the fields. First, we have a vast scope under the tourism. We will discuss these items later on, but simply time being, I am pointing out that under the tourism industry, we have a vast scope and entrepreneurship opportunities. We will discuss it later on. Then next, we have the vast scope and sufficient opportunities in the automobile sectors. In the textile industry and handicraft sectors, we have a vast scope and opportunities. Fourthly, in the software industries, we have also sufficient scope to improve under the Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. In the education and training sector, there is also vast scope. We can do a lot in the education and training sector in the Atmanirbhar Abhiyan. There are also food processing opportunities for the businessmen after the pandemic. So this is the another opportunity we can explore in the food processing area. In the organic agriculture, this is a very common and popular concept nowadays. Even before the pandemic, people now become more aware, and after pandemic, people are more cautious, and we are very much cautious about the organic agriculture, because in the pandemic situation of the COVID-19, we know that the red liquor tea, that is organic tea, plays an important role to safeguard the patients of COVID. So in the GMC and the hospitals also now liquor organic tea, red tea is served for the improvement that helps the patients to fight against corona. So agriculture, organic agriculture is the another scope where entrepreneurship opportunities we can avail. Then next, in the media field, there are vast opportunities. Our youths who are taking graduations or very much expert in the IT technology nowadays, they can take a numerous opportunities and sufficient scope in the media sector. Then toy manufacturing industry, as we know that China has occupied most of the toy industry market in India, and if we want to snatch away this market from China, we the Indians can improve in this field. We can put our step in the toy manufacturing industry, and we can grow and avail this opportunity. In the architectural design, we can avail this architectural design, and because when we design our house, we are very much alert, we are very much careful regarding the designing of our house. But while designing our city plan, we are not so much careful. So in India, the cities are not properly architected or not properly designed. But nowadays the modern city plans are architecturally designed, because recently that in the Andhra Pradesh, you see Amravati city, which is so artificially and so architecturally designed that where the water outlet will be there, where will be the metro in future, where will be the airport, where will be the railway line, where will the goods train will go, where will the metro train will go, where will the car lane will go, what will be the road map of the city passage. In this way, everything is properly planned. And if the telephone communication is to be settled, then sometimes we see that in our city, in suppose we, in case of our Assam, sometimes we see that roads are cut down and digged, and cables are settled in between in the side of the road. After 1 month, we say that again road is dug, then another cable is settled there. Then we see in case of electricity, some pillar is removed, then electric cables are pushed. So a number of times there is no hard and fast rule or plans that that is design plan. That so there is a problem of water let out, and flood comes when there is a heavy rainfall in the Guwahati city. There is a water let out problems. So this is the architectural design where our engineers has the great role to play. They can place the tender to the government, and they can ask the government that I will design the city plan. So there is a vast scope in this aspect. Even outside the Assam, outside the country, we can design the architectural planning of the city. So there is a vast scope in this sector also. Again, floriculture, this is a bit, in this case, we are not so much lagging behind, because in the field of floriculture, in every case we see, even in a birthday party or in a marriage party or in any kind of celebration, floriculture is playing a important role nowadays. And this floriculture business is a bit improved comparatively in earlier days. So there are vast scope, because in every city this floriculture is nowadays developing. Because at present it is developed only in big cities, but it is developing now in small cities also. Healthcare sector. There was a time, you remember that at the time of marriage ceremony or some big functions, big celebrations, these marigold flowers has been imported from Calcutta. But nowadays, no necessity to import from Calcutta. These are sufficiently available in our Assam. But these are again collected from Guwahati to the various parts of Assam. But nowadays, it is locally also available. So in this way, floriculture is improving in our countries, in the various states also. Healthcare sector, in the healthcare sector from the corona, you see this health sector is also improving. As our principal said in the inaugural speech, he said that in our PP kits, India has improved a lot. And in the healthcare sector, our around, I think that I don't recall exact figure, but there are thousands of companies which is growing after this pandemic, and they are preparing PP kits. And prior to that pandemic, we were not in a position, and we were importing the PP kits from China, which were not of the good quality, and ultimately these are have to be returned back. Now, as because we have taken our we have given our more concentration on this sector, in the PP kit sector, in the medical sector, so we have improved, and now we have sufficiently improved our medical facilities. Again, in the energical solution, in the energy solution, there is a vast scope in the various fields of energy, in the water resources, in the hydrodynamic dams, in the petroleum sector. There are vast sectors where we can improve, and there are vast scope of business. Recycling business. In the recycling business, you see there is a vast scope that we see that nowadays, from the last say around 10 to 20 years, we are using our mobiles, we are using our laptops and various electronic items, TV, etc. But just you see that your motherboard is some defective, and you visit to the dealer, and dealer says that motherboard has to be replaced, and it will cost around 10,000 or 15,000, like this. So, sir, better you purchase a new laptop instead of replacing the motherboard. So you think that I will invest 15,000 for motherboard, and rather than I will get a new laptop in 20,000. So you replace, instead of replacing the motherboard, you purchase the new laptop. So in this way, the old laptop is your scrap. So thousands of and lakhs of mobiles are thrown away in the scrap. Thousands of laptops are lying, but the other parts of the laptop is good. So these can be recycled. These can be these laptops and mobile parts can be recycled, and these can be also resupplied to the concerned company. The part of the motherboard, there are suppose five items which can be from the 5 different companies. So these 5 different companies can be supplied the particular product, which if they produce, it costs higher. But if the old parts are reused by recycling, then it is a very profitable business, and scrap can be utilized. So wastage of money will be also utilized in the proper way. So this is the recycling business where there is a business opportunity. Similarly, in the packaging business, there is a vast scope in the packaging business. You see, everything is nowadays, the youngsters nowadays are purchasing goods online. And whatever, even you purchase a laptop online, you purchase a camera online, you purchase a mobile online. So everything needs good packaging or safe packaging. You purchase a laptop online, so that laptop comes from, suppose, Bangalore and delivered to Assam or in some other states of India. Then suppose, so packaging from Bangalore, it will reach to Assam in the hands of customer in the safe hand with a safe packaging. So there is a vast scope in the packaging industry. If a company can be do such business of packaging, it can take the packaging opportunity of the various products from electronic items to the grocery items even. So in this way, there are vast scope in this sector also. Now I think that let me discuss one by one. How and why tourism? Hello, excuse me. Hello. Hello. Coordinator or
Yes, sir. Yes.
technical person. Acha,
Yes.
how many times I have been allotted? Actually, how much time is over actually?
Sir, continue, sir.
No, I will continue, but around how much time I will get? Only around 10 minutes more or more?
Sir, may continue, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
So, how and why tourism? Now I will discuss the tourism sector. After COVID situation, people would like to travel to a lot since they were confined to 4 walls so long. So this is an opportunity for business people to find a way and show them to explore the nature and find happiness around them, to see the happening things going around. In the country-wise lockdown, there was difficulty in transporting goods of need, where the places of connectivity are weak, and was challenging. Even after years of independence, we could not connect to all the places across India through railway. Because we have seen during pandemics, it was very difficult to maintain the supply chain. And people may not avail the whole products according to their demand. But this is a critical situation that even after 70 years of independence, our connectivity of the most of the states of the country, in the remote part, in the rural part, there is no connectivity. If the road line is closed, then there is no connectivity. There is no railway connectivity. There are no airways connectivity. Even in the northeast, you see, we are having 7 states. In the 7 states, we say tell it the 7 sisters. There are in all the 7 states there are no airway facilities, no railway facilities. So the connectivity is very poor. So the connectivity and all states through northeast is now a dream. But now government have announced about the connectivity to all the states and also till the border of India. So these 7 states covers most of the part of the border area, and it gives immense boost in the infrastructure in the upcoming years for better transportation and upliftment of the people living in remote areas. So building more infrastructure and building bridges, railway stations, hotels, shop is equivalent of making new cities which will improve efficiency and also boost up in income standard of living of the people around it. So I think that you can follow that if this railway, suppose if railway connectivity will be linked up with all 7 states, including suppose there is no railway facility even to the Meghalaya or Arunachala. So if the railway line is connected, then hundreds of railway stations will be there. On every railway station, there will be hotels, there will be shop, and a city will be developed. So there is a vast opportunity of business along with the railway stations. Similarly, there is a while railway connectivity, there will be bridges will be built. So there will be vast business scope for building the bridges in the road connectivity, in the railway connectivity. Again, also bridging new railway lines and stations in northern and southern India to connect remote places in industrial area, and also BG line to help goods train to run efficiently and decrease the line of time of reaching the destination. Because nowadays the goods takes a sufficient time to reach to the next destination. Suppose if a product is goods are supplied from Gujarat to Kerala or Gujarat to South India, then it takes 7 to 8 days. If goods are supplied from Jammu Kashmir to Assam, it will take 5 days through trucks or roadways. So now connectivity has been made through railway goods line separately. Nowadays railway passenger train and goods train run on the same track, but government is thinking now for the separate line for the goods train, and which will deliver the goods. If the goods rail line is different or separately managed, then goods from Gujarat to Assam can be reached within 48 hours. So it will be very interesting. The time will save and business will improve, because our economy, the 70% of the economy is agricultural based, and it based on the business, because railway industry is morely based on goods rather than the passengers. Next. Tourism industry, again, building connectivity throughout will improve logistic and extending till border edge in Sikkim, Arunachal, Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram will build to deliver anything, and also a huge boost of maintaining line sovereignty of the country in the sector of defense also. So if these are connectivity is done with all these states through airways. Suppose you see very soon recently Sikkim airport, there is a air base has been settled in the Sikkim. So the connectivity has been improved. Suppose in all these states air connectivity is established, then the defense system of India will be also improved. And then with our neighboring countries, there will be scope for visiting neighboring countries, and our business will improve more. Because nowadays we cannot go from Guwahati to Bangladesh directly. We have to go via Calcutta. But the connectivity from Guwahati to Bangladesh will be established. Then you will be, Guwahati will be the international airport from where the direct flight will run to the Bangladesh, and similarly to the other countries, Myanmar or say Burma or the various countries of the nearby areas, Bhutan, etc. The second biggest mode of transportation is road, where India is progressing at a great place to build industry and tourism. To your need to travel through their roads are the best way to take area, develop and make a presence. As border roads organization is making tremendous advantages that too. So at present, border road organization is serving in the hard in the great extent at present throughout the country, and especially in the northeast, that road under the road east act policy, that new roads are constructed, where according to the at the time of Vajpayee government, the super highway was provided to the country, and in Assam the super highway, we have various cities were connected, and various states of northeast were connected through super highway. So now people, ordinary people think, or our students should also need, understand that we generally see that what is the use if the new roads are developed, then what is the relation with the business? But road improvement has a great relation with the business. If roads are improved, goods will be reached within 24 hours and business will improve. So as the road improves, the business and the hotel business will improve in the road side. So there is a vast scope of business with the development of the roadways also. As well as in air. This is over, I think. I have already explained, so I will switch over to the next slide. Now I will switch over to the automobile sector. Let us start with the imports in India with the sector. It is around 17 billion US dollar present import in India in the automobile sector, and out of which 4.5 billion US dollar has been imported from China in 2019. You see, that is 4.5 out of 2017 billion. 4.5 billion goes to the China directly. So that is 27% of the import has been made from China, you see. So how much dependency on China? So if we make a comparison between 2010, we can see that our total imports, it was 10% coming out of China. But now it has been jumped from 10% to 27%, which states that it has been increasing continuously. So our dependency on China has been increasing from 10 in the 2010, and now it is 27%. So if we do not become Atmanirbhar, this dependency rate will increase. A time will come, then instead of 27%, 50% reliability will be on China, then we will be helpless. So this is a high time, and our Prime Minister or the new government has presently has banned many apps in the various fields that we have, our businessmen of India got an opportunity that we can take advantages of this, and we can, by checking the restricting the China goods, China app, the Indian manufacturer can produce various goods or various apps through which India can be self-reliant. So we can see that increase in the dependency in the automobile sector in China, whether it is a four-wheeler or two-wheeler, our dependency has to be decreased. Now, if we go in deep, what are the components which are being imported? Now you see, we from China, not even the car or two-wheelers or four-wheeler, but steering system of the car. Any company, any car, steering system is imported from China. Gearbox parts are imported from China. Alloy wheels imported from China. Audio components imported from China. Touch screen, fuel injection system, tires, etc. All these items. If we take an example here, like Mahindra, there are thousands of components which needs to make a car. But actually, we should look into from where all these other manufacturers of the components are coming from, because that builds the supply chain. So each company can make each of the product in the house, as they are not expert in all other fields. As well, that are the reason most of the manufacturers outsource their parts from other manufacturers who are the expert in those particular. So no particular company can manufacture all these things. They must have to import certain parts. Now, ease of doing business is very simple in China. So various company set up their business in China because A to Z goods are products, quality of goods or labor, everything is available there. But we need to depend on our Indian investors and businessmen to take or make the product of their own instead of relying on other components. That is why India should open up restriction. So India should open up the restriction. There should not be any restriction in the doing business, set up and such plants and give freedom in labor laws. There are restrictions in labor laws in India. That is why foreign investors do not come to India, because the labor laws in the various states are different. In Assam, labor law is different. In Gujarat, in UP, Bihar, or Haryana, the labor laws are different. So if the labor laws throughout the country is one labor law, like GST in India, that if for the whole country one labor law and restriction will be withdrawn, then the labor laws will be not be complicated, the hurdle will be removed. Then in that case, the investor will invest more and there will be new setting up of the new plants. So through the ease of doing business, its documentation, etc., clearance, etc., process will be improved, and we can improve in the automobile sector as well. Recently, around 200 plants related to mobile sector have been set up in India. You see, in the Samsung's largest plant of the world is now in India. Through there is a vast scope yet to be done in this area. And similarly, we can follow up the same approach in automobile sector also. Like in mobile sector, 200 plants have been set up recently. Similarly, in the automobile sector, hundreds of plants can be set up. So we need this in India. Similarly, we can follow up the same approach in automobile sector also. We are also still behind from our nearby Asian countries like Vietnam. But if we continue to follow and be portrayed for the well-being of the country, it has immense opportunity if we all try to focus and start supporting building and set up a small fund to build a scale up as well, which will lead in building supply chain, and also such as small parts can make a bigger part of the sector. In the toy industry, I think the time will not permit me. I am a little bit precising. Okay. So toy industry, in the toy industry also, I think that toy industry is a vast scope in India, and we can occupy a sufficient, the Indian businessmen can occupy their position in the toy sector also, because there are vast scope in the case of toy, because other than the children, even the adult people also prefer now toy. There are like even the toy can occupy the place in case of computer also. People prefer computer gaming, and there are toy also like computer, so which are preferred by the adult people even. So grow up people also like toys nowadays, and there is a scope for toy industry in India. Again, in case of handicrafts, in case of Swadeshi movement, as Gandhiji said, there is a vast scope in the handicraft fields. In case of Assam, you see that Pat and Muga Mekhla Chadar in India, it is not got yet marketing, because we follow only in Assam Mekhla Chadar we are using, but still we are using Mekhla Chadar not prepared in Assam, but these are even prepared outside Assam, and silk sarees are coming from Banaras, Assamese gamucha are coming from Chennai or outside Assam. So outsiders are getting this, taking these advantages of our Swadeshi goods. So if we can care for these goods, if our government also give facilities to our entrepreneurs in this respect, and our entrepreneurs come forward, then we can occupy a good scope in case of handicraft sector, and we can develop in our handicraft sector. So this traditional industry will be developed, I think. And in case of bamboo industry also, Assam has got a vast scope. So I will not go in detail again. You can go through the slide. You can take snap of my slide. So in the energy sector also, there are vast scopes. And these are the 6 points you can go through. Again, In the recycling business, earlier I have told, you can go through my slides. In the recycling business, there is a vast scope opportunities. Ripple glasses, etc. There are vast scope. Again, I am going through the slides. Then in the refilling of toner carriages and reselling, resale of computers and computer parts that I have already explained in nutshell. And when considering starting a recycling business, you should first research this area to determine it is feasible and would generate a profit. So depending on the type of business, you may want to create a business plan, research and competition, etc. And they review your location business and recycling policy. So government need to take a recycling policy and help our entrepreneurs in starting up the recycling business. In the organic agriculture, I have already explained, I will not go in details. In the organic sector also, there is a vast demand and there is a vast opportunity of business in the organic agriculture sector. One click emergency system. Within very few minutes, I will close up my presentation. One click emergency system. There is a one click emergency system which can be set up in India or in our various cities, under which all facilities will be availed by the customers. So this is the new concept which I have mentioned, that under one click emergency system, you will get all emergency facility like fire brigade, like police information, or any emergency hospital services, etc. People do not know where to contact, how to get ambulance, how to, in the case of emergency situation, how to inform police. In case of panic, they get nervous. So in case of panic, one click emergency system will give new scope of business. This is new opportunity. Automatic bell ringing in the school, colleges, etc. Automatic bell ringing from the in the due course of time, 45 minutes period, in case of 1 hour period, or in case of various businesses, etc. In the hospitals, etc. Automatic bell ringing will give you the alert, and which is a new business which can be set up, and entrepreneur will get lot of order or opportunity of supplying these automatic bell ringing business throughout the state or country. Again, delivery service agency. After the corona period, people generally do not prefer to visit shop, etc. They want to take home delivery of the goods. So if there is an agency for delivering system, anything, whatever you want, whether it is electronic product, or it is a milk, or it is a water, or it is a food item, grocery item, or any service like tape repairing or toilet sweeper repairing, etc. Whatever, all delivery of the goods can be delivered under this through this agency. Again, training to go online, students, teacher, parents. This is very important, that as we know, since the pandemic, we are doing webinars, we are doing online classes. So training for the teachers, training for the students, and training for the parents, all these are required, because still we are not accustomed to this system. Teachers, even our teachers are not still properly accustomed to this online system of teaching. Students, many rural areas, students are not accustomed. So there is a vast scope of giving training, or training through the colleges, training through the universities, and training through the business houses, or etc. So private schools, they can also organize this training program, and there is a vast scope of this training. Again, service provider application, that I have explained with the delivering system, that we need plumber service, we need electrician service, we need various types of services. During corona period, it was very difficult to get the service, because we do not know the number of the plumber, we do not have the contact number of any particular expert of the particular area of in the particular area of the field person concerned. So service provider will application will give the service if required. Even the barber was not available during the corona period, and people were afraid of going to the saloon. So that is another point. Now crime mapping, people afraid of informing to the police if there is a crime. We see, but we just ignore that crime because we are afraid of informing police that we will be also entangled, and people will, police will ask us a number of questions. So crime mapping app will be introduced where anybody can lodge the complaint with photography, but the person who will lodge the complaint, his name and address and nothing will be there. Though crime mapping will inform the police that there was a crime on this place in this at this time, and this is the photo, and police will inquire, police will bound to inquire, and if it is found correct, then police will take action, and if it is found fake, then nobody, it will not be taken care of. But people will not be afraid of that he will be asked, or number of he will face difficulties in the court. So crime mapping app has a lot of business, and it will also improve social responsibility towards the business. And travel and tourism application, there is no travel and tourism application to the expectation after the corona period. This application will provide more and more facilities. People do not know where to travel, but there are vast scope in Assam, in Meghalaya. There are many things, many cities, many places where people who have not heard. In Assam, there are such a beautiful places. Even we, the people of Assam, do not know that we should go for travel. We go for travel Dehradun, outside India, or to the various parts of the states, but we do not know that we should. There are vast scope inside our state also. So travel and tourism application will provide which place is suitable and which time is suitable, what is the route, and how we have to make the plan. So this app will give this opportunity. So there is a vast scope for the tourism and traveling package and its application software. And now I am coming to the conclusion. I think that I have taken more time, and I conclude with Abdul Kalam's quotes that birds fly not because of their feathers only, but they fly because they think they can fly. So similarly, Indian can also fly. We, the Indian, can be self-reliant, but in my opinion, it needs strangle efforts. Efforts of the government's role. There is a government role to play. There is a public support we need, that is vocal for local. We, the Indian people, must be conscious about our local products. We should be vocal for our local products. We should take off. We should follow the Be Indian and Buy Indian. So that public support will give support to our local products, and our local business will improve. And industrial activities, that is our big companies, they should also prefer to develop our local products by producing rather than importing the goods from other various countries. So industries has also important role to play, and government and industry, they have to make a joint effort. There should be coordination between industry and government also. So let us all put one step ahead towards Atmanirbhar Bharat. आप बढ़ो तो भारत बढ़ेगा. So if we will keep one step, every Indian, if we put one step ahead, the whole India will go ahead. No formal education is the only essential criteria to be a successful businessman. So like Singhania Group of JK Industries, Steve Jobs, you see that everyone knows Steve Jobs, but we do not know the person behind. Other than Steve Jobs, there was another person, who Steve Wozniak, who was the person who could, because of marketing only, Steve Jobs become famous. So Ambani, similarly, he has no quality. He was not an engineer, but because of his marketing, because of his quality, not a formal education. But these people, Singhania is a higher secondary pass, but he's the owner of the JK Industries in India. So formal education is not required to be an industrialist, to be a successful businessman. So it is often said that Banijya Basate Lakshmi. In Assam we say. So also it is said that accounts are the eyes and ears of the business. Commerce cannot be learned without within the four walls of the classroom, it can be learned only in the markets. So a good economist may be cheated in the market. So with these words, I close my presentation that we should follow Be Indian and Buy Indian. Last, I raised two questions here for the students and on the people or the participants. Can India be self-reliant? Why not? Definitely, we are capable. We have the talent, and whole the states of India, we can be self-reliant. And who can make India self-reliant? Can any politician? Can any minister? Can any industry? No, anyone cannot do this job. Unitedly, we all. That means if we need India to make self-reliant, all states must be self-reliant, all cities must be self-reliant, all villages should be self-reliant, and all families should try to be self-reliant. We should ask ourselves that what we contribute in Atmanirbhar Bharat, what we can give to the society. If we cannot produce anything, we are not giving anything, but we are asking for something. We are asking for the job, we are asking for the grocery goods, we are asking for the electric, whatever, everything we want to purchase by paying the price, but we do not want to produce anything. So our mind setup should be changed. We should have mental makeup that we should be self-reliant, we should contribute, and this self-reliant concept should be started from within ourselves. Then one day, very soon, we are optimistic that India will be self-reliant and a superpower in the world. So thank you very much. Once again, I give thanks to the organizer of the Dhing College for giving me this opportunity, and I wish the webinar a success. And I also taken a more time. I think that I am sorry for that. I am very sorry to Professor Shailen Sharma sir that I have taken sufficient time, and another resource person, I am ready to hear him. So switch over to the another resource person, Shailen Sharma sir, or to the coordinator. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. I was being emotional for some time because I was the direct students of you when you were in the GNDG Commerce College in the year 1992. So thank you very much, sir. I hope that your lecture in relation to different parts, different topics of the entrepreneurship opportunities, I hope that our participants and students will be very helpful. So now I would like to request another resource person, Sri Shailen Sharma sir, Associate Professor, Nagaon College. Sir.
Acha, hello.
Hello.
Am I audible?
Yes. Hello.
Am I audible?
Yes,
Am
sir.
I audible? Kunisha Babu?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Continue.
Okay.
Audible, যেটা আছে visual যেটা আছে স্যার
Okay. Mr. Pal, coordinator of the webinar,
Yes, sir. Bimal Pal.
and respected Dr. Biman Hazarika, Principal, Dhing College, respected Dr. Hari Prasad Goenka, my friend, Associate Professor and HOD, Rabindranath Tagore University, Hudai, respected coordinator of this webinar, Mr. Pal, and my dear participants. First of all, I want to congratulate Department of Commerce, Dhing College, especially Principal Dhing College, that a department which was started years back, and today it is arranging in a webinar. So it is appreciable, and the topic has selected entrepreneurship opportunities in post-COVID through Atmanirbhar Bharat is relevant to the present situation. The Atmanirbhar Bharat paved the way of entrepreneurship development. My speaker, Dr. Goenka, already explained the area where entrepreneurship can be developed, and he expressed broadly for that. But I am going to give you some information under the Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan, where the central government and the state government are taking steps. It is hard to think what tomorrow will look like in the midst of COVID-19 pandemic. No one can think after this pandemic or COVID-19 what may happen. But one thing is certain, that a big changes are coming to our country at large, and especially to the workforce. Meanwhile, we can't say certainly exactly what those changes will be, but to have some idea, a large number of job seekers will come out. Hello, audible to me? Yes? Hello, audible to me?
Yes, sir. Yes,
you are
yes.
audible.
Are you audible to me?
Yes, sir.
Hello, Commissioner?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, okay.
Yes.
All right. If these people get entrepreneurship opportunities, then the economic position of our country can be changed. You know that entrepreneurs are the innovators, and they have some the creativity powers. So we should give chances to explore their creativity. At present, the government of India and the state government have announced a number of Atmanirbhar schemes, which are called Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. This Atmanirbhar Bharat scheme stands on a number of considerations. Among these considerations, the number one is that the economic position of the country. What the economy in this situation? What should be the economic position? An economy that brings quantum of production. An economy that brings quantum of production. And the economy, if our economic position is developed or can be developed, then we can produce products and make us self-sufficient. Then comes, after the economy, that is the infrastructure. Infrastructure And infrastructure should be such that it becomes identity of India. Of course, infrastructure is should be like that. It gives our country's identity, how we are developing, and thirdly, the system. The system which drives the system. The technology drives the system. A system driven by technology which can fulfill the dreams of 21st century. And the system drives by the technology, not only it is the scientific technologies, but also the development of the IT sector. At present, you can see that the development of the IT sector, the production and distribution is developing. And we should give more importance on that, the development of IT sector. You see that the production can be sold out. After information about the demand of the products to the IT sector, and the most importance is given to the IT sector. Then comes the demography. Our demography is our energy. It's not it. Our demography is our energy. For self-reliant India, that means we have 65% of the population, youth population, and the youth population are the energetic population. And so the demography is given more importance in this regard. Next comes the demand. Demand means the demand of our products. We have to produce and make demand of our products. So government of India giving stress on all these 5 considerations, government of India, and which can change our economic position. And according to the government of India, under this consideration, there are 5 phases of Atmanirbhar Bharat, which give development to our country, all area of our country. The phases are business including MSME. MSME, micro, small and medium enterprises, development of the micro, small and medium enterprises, and the make these industries capable to do business. Secondly, second phase is the poor people, including migrants and farmers. These considerations, 5 considerations, from these considerations, development of the poor people, including those who are coming from the outside, from one state to another state, these are the migrants. They are working in one state and migrated to another state. These migrants will give importance on these people and the farmers. Then the agriculture, and you know the last in the parliament recently passed a bill that price can be determined by the farmers. Isn't it? So, giving more importance on agriculture and makes new horizon of growth. The growth of the country, and it has to take new way, new start that the country can be grown out. And then the government ultimately reform. The government of India giving importance on reforms on MSMEs. Reforms on MSMEs. The reforms for MSMEs under Atmanirbhar Bharat. The emergency credit line to MSMEs from bank and NBFC. That means the emergency credit line to MSMEs, the micro, small, medium enterprises are there. Some credit are to be given, emergency credit are to be given to the industries from bank and NBFCs, that means non-banking financial companies. And it was sanctioned, policy was made on 29 February 2020, where 20% of the entire outstanding credit, yes, it is going to give financial assistance. Where borrowers with up to 25 crores outstanding and 100 crores turnover can eligible. Loan to have 4 years tenure with moratorium, that means not to repay EMI of 12 months on principal repayment. And thirdly, interest to be capped. Interest is not changed, it is capped. And fourthly, 100% credit guarantee cover to banks and NBFCs on principal and interest. And no guarantee fee, no fresh collateral to the tune of the rupees 3 lakh crores for MSMEs. That means no collateral or mortgage is there. No guarantee fee to be paid. All these are reforms made by the government of India, and this scheme can be valid till 31st October 2020. Rupees 20 crores subordinate debt for stressed MSMEs. That is, stress means here the sick MSMEs. For stressed MSMEs, provision for 20,000 crores subordinate debt for equity support announced, where 2 lakh MSMEs likely to be benefited. All these are the reforms made by the government of India to develop our MSMEs. And development of MSMEs, you see, the entrepreneurship will be developed. These people, entrepreneurs, can innovate, adapt, and so that the government of India and the state help them to explore their creativity. The Assam government has also taken initiative to benefit 68,000 MSMEs in Assam under Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. It started the implementation of emergency credit line guarantee scheme for MSMEs of Dibrugarh and Tinsukia districts under Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. Under it,
Excuse me, sir.
to facilitate collateral free loans to the 68,000 MSMEs in the state. Chief Minister of Assam launched Mukhyamantri Gramya Paribahan Asani, where he distributed vehicles under this scheme to the beneficiaries. This scheme aims to improve rural connectivity and general employment in the villages. The villages can be connected and their people make them employed in different areas. With this thinking, the Chief Minister over some launched this Mukhyamantri Graimya Paribohan Asani. Besides several schemes discussed, there are some other schemes under Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. And these are Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana. That means giving importance on fishery business. The Matsya Sampad যি তোমার আপনার তোমার স্কিম প্রধানমন্ত্রী মৎস্য সম্পদা যোজনা formation of micro food processing enterprises. Under these schemes, bank credit facility for initial working capital up to 10,000 for each enterprise and later will be extended. This scheme will cover urban as well as rural vendors doing business in adjoining urban areas. Use of digital payments and timely repayments will be given incentive through monetary rewards. All these are under the scheme of Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. Our Union Minister Piyush Goyal describes agricultural reform as watershed movement for our farmers. Atmanirbhar Bharat today, he said, will change the history for agriculture in India. This will increase the productivity and income of our farmers. Our farmers will have the option for minimum support price and sale in mandi, he added. Minimum support price MSP and can sell the product in mandis. Talking about Atmanirbhar Bharat, the minister said that it opened the doors of India under global engagement to get modern technology from other parts of the world so we can provide better service to India. He said we will also use the technology to enhance the domestic industry. Atmanirbhar Bharat and vocal for local, it is another important thing. Explain our Prime Minister, vocal for local. Intrinsic to our plan for future, India will create an economy where quality products are made within the country so that we can become a self-reliant country. In Assam, recently we have seen that our Chief Minister announced Sayam Yojana. Redesigned Swami Vivekananda Youth Empowerment under Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan and giving more importance on by providing loan to the self-help group, joint liability group, former producer organization and cluster level SPVs or federation. That means SPVs, special purpose vehicles, and each member of group going to have 50,000 into tranches. So the government of India as well as state government has taken a number of things for the youth, migrated youth, poor people after in the midst of the pandemic 19. And we wish, pray to the God that our country, people can be developed with this new scheme initiated by the government of India and the state government. With these few words, I am once again congratulating the Department of Commerce, Dhing College, especially the principal Dhing College, and if in future the energetic principal takes initiative on the development of the Department of Commerce of Dhing College. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir.
Over to
Thank you very much, Arun sir.
Paul.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much for your valuable speech of that topic.
Okay.
Now, I would like to request to deliver some topics to see Dhanesh Sharma, Assistant Professor, Khagurijan College, but due to the lack of time, I request you, your deliver or your time should maximum 8 to 10 minutes. Thank you. Over to Dhanesh Sharma.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Am I audible clearly, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. So, a very good afternoon to everyone. Respected principal, sir, of Dhing College, HOD, Department of Commerce, Department of Commerce. Okay, sorry. Okay. A very good afternoon, everyone. Respected principal, sir, Dhing College, HOD, Department of Commerce, Dhing College. Our resource person of today's webinar, Dr. Hariprasad Goenka, sir. My respected sir, Salan Sharma, sir, Associate Professor, Nagaon College, and my colleague, my friend, Assistant Professor Kailash Paudel, Abhiyan College, and all the dear participants and students. As we know, today we are here to attend a webinar on entrepreneurship development for Atmanirbhar Bharat. And actually, I prepared.
Excuse me, Dhanesh sir. Excuse me.
Yes.
Apnar video khon aana hai, sir.
Okay. Let me see one second. Let me see 1 second.
Okay. Sure.
Now I'm visible.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it's coming.
Okay. So our today's topic in this webinar, Atmanirbhar Bharat and entrepreneurship development. So actually, our resource persons has already told a lot about this topic. Actually, I have nothing to say, but I have prepared a PPT on my laptop, but due to lack of time, as I informed from host, that means I have only 10 minutes. So it's not possible for me to express my views on this topic, but still I want to say 2 minutes on this topic. Actually, I prepared my PPT on MSME, which earlier resource person Salan Sharma sir has told. I think in current situation of our economy, MSME play a very crucial and important role in our economy. I just point out two and 3 points about MSME. As per data I collected, around 8% of our GDP is contributed by MSME, micro, small, and medium enterprise, and 45% of the total of goods which are exported from India right now are contributed by MSME, and MSME also provides the largest employment provider in India after agriculture. So a number of data about MSME I collected, but I have no time, lack of time, so it is not possible for me to point out all the points in this webinar. So, and again, I congratulate the Department of Commerce, Dhing College, for this beautiful webinar, and thank you so much. And now I hand over to coordinator sir, and I request my colleague and my friend Kailash Porwell to point out this point in this webinar. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sri Dhanesh Sharma. Sir, and now I'd like to request the another speaker, Sri Kailash Paudel, Assistant Professor, Khagurijan College. Sir, you have only 8 to 10 minutes. Thank you. Over to Kailash Paudel. Over to Kailash Paudel.
Hello, am I audible now?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, I have taken two different accounts for sharing my for this thing. That's why I have registered by two different accounts. One for sharing the screen. Okay. If somebody has problem with this, then please look after it. Okay, Dhanesh sir, especially.
Kailash, your voice is going echo. Okay. Actually, I am getting two different voice from your account.
Okay. Now is it okay? Is it okay now, sir? Hello. Is it okay? Is it okay now, sir?
Yes.
Okay, one account is being muted by me. Okay, now it might be okay.
Your video is not coming.
My video is not coming. Okay, I'm having problem with both the accounts right now. Then, hello.
Yes.
So, just a minute. Okay, let me unmute myself from the audio. Okay, am I audible now?
Yes.
Yes, coming.
My video. Is my video clear?
Yes, coming.
Yes.
Then I'm going to share my screen. Okay. Okay, is my screen visible right now?
Yes.
You see my screen, sir?
Yes. Video is coming.
Okay, then I'll start with my presentation. I would like to first of all thank the principal sir of Dhing College, Dr. Biman Hajarika, for inviting me in this webinar, and Dr. Hari Prasad Goenka sir, HOD, Rabindranath Tagore University, Hojai, along with Dr. Shailen Sharma, Associate Professor, Department of Commerce, Nagaon College, Mr. Biman Paul, Assistant Professor, HOD, Dhing College, and also Sir Dhanesh Sharma for inviting me here. Okay, talking about entrepreneurship development, I will start my slide. This is first page. Okay, let us directly go to the vision. The vision behind this Atmanirbhar Bharat was to call for a self-reliant India. Khud pe nirbhar hota hua India. Okay, it has been very long time when India has been dependent on a lot of countries regarding import, and that's the reason. Recent data suggests that more than 48 US dollar billion is a deficit of India with China. which means India is not self-reliant in most of the cases. So here comes the vision behind Atmanirbhar Bharat. Second one is the 5 pillars of Atmanirbhar Bharat. The Atmanirbhar Bharat was introduced in terms of 5 pillars, 5 phases. Okay, and total package was 2,97,000 crores. It is not 2 lakh crores. A lot of people say that it is of 2 lakh crores, but it's actually more than 2,97,000 crores. Okay, this package was divided into various sectors such as cottage industry, MSME, laborers, middle class, and in industries, among others. Okay, there were bold reforms across sectors in order to develop all the sectors in a proper manner. Okay, so our respected Prime Minister came with a slogan that be vocal for local. If I explain it in Hindi, अपने चीजों को ज्यादा लोगों के बीच में लाइए और बातें कीजिए उसके बारे में. That would be the proper term to say vocal for local. Okay. The initiatives, what are the benefits when Atmanirbhar Bharat, before introducing Atmanirbhar Bharat and after introducing Atmanirbhar Bharat also has been discussed by our respected sir, Dr. Shailen Sharma. So I will go with some very small data, and I will reach to those places where we can actually get the access with the Atmanirbhar Bharat scheme. Okay, so these are the something screens which you get in your screen. That is from zero production of PPE before March 2020 to 150,000 PPE daily by the beginning of May. This is the achievement of the country. Okay, during the COVID scenario also there is something achieved. Okay, so the next is automobile company came in collaboration with the government for manufacturing ventilators, which was very important thing while this COVID scenario. Okay, so for this reason, large fund was given by the government, and it was divided between sectors. Okay, so 20,97,000 crores, which I already mentioned, was forwarded by the government. On the other hand, we import a lot of things in defense sector from various countries, say from Russia, from Israel, from France. So that's where Rajnath Singh, our defense minister, said that India is now ready to go for Atmanirbhar Bharat, to be self-reliant. Okay, the next one is ease of doing business. Our country is currently 63rd. If I show you in a map, this is the map. Our country is currently 63rd in the world in terms of ease of doing business, which is not exactly very good, but it is not bad either. If we see the original data, the old data, because in terms of old data, if you see there is 63, India was climbing from 130 to 63. It is very something good which we can take from it. And in terms of ease of doing business, major sectorial reforms were made, such as a reduction in procedure when we come up with a business idea and we go on for a registering. We get a lot of problems in registering because there is a very long procedure while registering our businesses. So this process of registering your business and make it known to the government has been made less. Now what can be done is, when you look at here in the downmost region, more than 90% application has been made approved within 1 day of application. Okay, within 1 day of application, your business will be registered. Okay, also reduction in cost. There is a reduction in cost, zero fees, nearly zero fees in most of the business. But when we talk about big business, some sort of amount is still there, but it is negligible amount while registering our businesses. Okay, next is, how do we apply for Atmanirbhar Bharat loan scheme? I will try to make this very short and very unstable to all of you. So how do we get into the Atmanirbhar Bharat loan scheme? Okay, there are various avenues, there are various ways where you can go into the Atmanirbhar Bharat schemes and avail credit from there. And some of them are Kisan Credit Card Loan, MSME Loan, Street Vendors Loan, Shishu Mudra Loan. This Shishu Mudra Loan I will be focusing more. PM Awas Yojana Credit Linked Subsidy Scheme, PMAYCLSS it is called. And for interested candidates, they must fill the Atmanirbhar Bharat loan scheme, the applications. which is given in various websites by the government, and you must go through the websites and go and fill up the required documents, required applications. Okay, with this loan scheme, more than 20 lakh economic booster dose package was announced. Again, I am repeating, and it has been completed. It was in a phases: phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4, phase 5. So it has been completed in 17th of May. 5 phases launching was completed in 17th of May 2020. The first one, when we go towards applying for Atmanirbhar Bharat loan, is Mudra scheme. The Mudra scheme, which has been introduced in year 2015, but now it is prominent for those people who are under Shishu loan. Okay, so Mudra scheme was established in 2015, and loans up to 10 lakhs can be availed from this scheme. Okay, if somebody is finding it very fast, then kindly tell me. Okay, I will be a little bit slow, but because of lack of time, I'm going very fast. Okay, so regarding the Mudra scheme I am speaking about, these loans are classified as Mudra under PM Mudra Yojana. Okay, these loans are given by commercial banks. You can approach commercial banks, you can approach regional rural banks, you can approach small financial banks, you can approach microfinance institutions and NBFCs. There are a lot of avenues from which you can avail this Mudra loan. Okay, for this you need to approach the aforesaid institutions, or you can go to the online portal, that is www.udayamimitra.in. Okay, these loans are divided into 3 segments. The first segment is Shishu. Shishu means a newly born child. For a newly born businesses, loans can be availed up to 50,000 rupees. For Kishore, the second part, which is Kishore means a little bit developed child, not fully developed child, but in developing stage. So similarly, in case of businesses, these Kishore loans are given up to the amount of 5 lakh rupees. And finally, the Tarun, a well-established, you can say, adult business, which is going towards a next development phase, will be getting a minimum of rupees 10 lakh of loans. Okay, these loans can be availed for various different sectors, such as transportation. If you want to start a business regarding transportation, I'm telling these all details for those people who want to start these entrepreneurship business. There might be students, there might be researchers here, and they will be benefited with this. So I am going a little bit fast, but I'm trying to cover this at exactly this place where PM Mudra Yojana is applicable. The first one is transportation. If you want to go with businesses like e-rickshaw, auto rickshaw, trolley, 3-wheelers, tractors, you can go towards the transportation sector loans. And secondly, community, social and personal shops. If you want to open salons, beauty parlors, gymnasium, tailoring shops, repair shops, DTP shops, photocopying, medicine shops, a lot of things comes under community service. The third one is food processing, food products, food. The agriculture sector is very important in this part. In case of agriculture sector, the food processing sector, you can go in papad manufacturing, jelly or jam manufacturing, agricultural products, sweet shops, food stalls, catering shops, cold chains, and etc. etc. Okay, fourthly and lastly, in case of handloom industries, Assam is very, very famous for its handloom. So in terms of handloom industry, also, if you want to avail loan, you can approach this PM Mudra Yojana. Okay, now under Atmanirbhar Bharat, what the government has done is it has focused on the Shishu loans, the starting part, because these are the people who have been highly impacted during this lockdown period. These Shishu loanees are given interest subvention of 2%, which means they will reduce loan giving companies or banks will reduce their interest up to 2%, and this 2% will be paid by the government instead of these people. So what this will benefit is it will create a relief of 15,000 crores for the loan payings. Okay, so also the government has also extended the moratorium for those people who are availing Shishu loans for up to 3 years. And later on, what it did is in the month of July, again, it was increased for the next 3 years, August, September, till the month of October. Second, we come into the MSME loans. First one, the Mudra loans, second one's the MSME loans. You must make it clear that in this current Atmanirbhar Bharat Yojana, the MSME definition has been changed. Okay, the MSME definition, which used to be earlier, product sector is different, service sector is different. But right now, what it has done is all these has been combined as one single sector, product and service sector. Okay, and the slabs, the thresholds of MSME has also been increased. Earlier it was nearly 1 lakh rupees, and now it has been nearly 1 crore rupees. And furthermore, in terms of turnover, I'm talking. Okay, so the central government has made provisions of rupees 3 lakh crore for MSME enterprises. Okay, the government will provide collateral free loans, no collateral for the loan taker in order to facilitate the MSME. You must make sure that collateral free loan up to rupees 10 crores, if I am mentioning, I did not mention it. Okay, up to rupees 10 crores will be available in case of MSME if your company has a turnover of 100 crores, and that will be collateral free. These loans will be of 4-year tenure and will be given 12 months of moratorium. Okay. Next, these loans can be taken for various different purposes like acquisition of factory, construction of building space, purchase of a plant and machinery, including lab materials, testing equipments, furnitures, electric fittings, etc. Meeting working capital requirements like raw materials, stock in process, and finished goods, etc. Trade finance for creditors, also for launching the products, launching of new products, and additional monetary assistance for eligible purpose. Additional monetary assistance. This means if you want to open a shop, if you want to open a trading concern, you can also approach the MSME sector. How to apply? Just go to udayamimitra.in/MSME loan. Okay, go there, register with all the required documents and follow accordingly. Okay, I mentioned here rupees 10 crores will be given, can be availed, which is accessible by 145 plus lenders. These 145 plus lenders will be bank, NBFC, SBFC, fintechs, whatever it is. What you have to do is you must register your business with your Aadhaar number. If you don't register your business with your Aadhaar number, you will not be allowed to apply through online scheme. Okay, make sure that your mobile number and Aadhaar number are registered with your business. Okay, the next is these schemes can be availed up to this month of 31st October under MSME scheme. Okay, make sure, keep this in mind. If you are an entrepreneur, this scheme will be available until 31st of October only. The third one is Kisan credit card. Assam is a state which is related to agriculture sector in a very vast majority. A lot of people are related to agriculture sector, and this is the place where you can avail loans, credit from the government through Kisan credit card. Okay, up to 2 lakh crores loans at concessional rate will be available by the people under Kisan credit card scheme. Now, with the introduction of Atmanirbhar Bharat, new definition has been introduced in Kisan Credit Card, and all those people who are engaged in fisheries and animal husbandry. Earlier, it was not there. Assam is very famous for fishery also. There are a lot of fisheries for inland fisheries, ponds, and river fisheries, and etc. So, right now it has done a very good job by taking into account the fisheries and animal husbandry, also taking into account. If you go towards the Jorhat region, if you go towards the Khanapara region of Assam, Guwahati, you find a lot of animal husbandry farmers, and these all farmers will be benefited with the new Atmanirbhar Bharat Yojana. The interest rate of loan may go as low as 2%. If you want to take away loan in terms of Kisan credit card, you may have to pay only 2% per annum of loan. So this is very less. Banks will not seek security up to 1,60,000 rupees. The repayment period is decided on the basis of harvesting of crops and marketing periods. Okay, next you can read farmers that deposit their money in Kisan credit card account will get a higher interest rate. Depositing money in KCC will provide them with higher interest rates. How to apply for Kisan credit card loan? Go to pmkisan.gov.in, documents, KCC. You will get a PDF form and you just fill up it. Okay, other initiatives for farmers are creation of farm-based initiatives, infrastructures of rupees 1 lakh crores, any infrastructure related to farm storage, equipments, and farming region, the land, etc. So this farm-based infrastructure has been taken into account, and government has invested 1 lakh crores. Micro food enterprises also are being taken into account. Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana, which Dr. Shailen Sharma sir has already discussed regarding Matsya Sampada. This is relating to fisheries, and rupees 20,000 crores are being forwarded for this. FMD, livestock diseases control scheme. FMDs are some diseases which are for especially for cattle, for cows, and FMD is livestock disease control scheme. In order to control these all diseases, government has come up with 13,000 crore rupees of loan. Okay, animal husbandry infrastructure development 15,000 crores, promotion of herbal cultivation 4,000 crores, beekeeping, not to forget beekeeping. Beekeeping is also one of the prominent business of local Assamese people. At we can take an example of the Upper Assam region where beekeeping is very famous. Okay, so 500 crores has also been provided for this purpose. TOP, the another very important aspect is TOP, tomato, onion, and potato. These all are famous foods which needs to be stored in a very high bulk, okay, in a very high quantity. So government has come up with a new scheme with additional of rupees 500 crores in order to safeguard this TOP and help them not degrade and reach the ultimate customers. The another one is street vendor loan scheme, another very important loan scheme which you can apply through Pradhan Mantri Atmanirbhar Yojana. That is Pradhan Mantri Swanidhi Yojana. I'm sorry, Pradhan Mantri Swadhini Yojana is for the street vendors, the poor people who open a small street shop in the roadsides. These people will be given loan of about rupees 10 lakhs, and they will also be given a subsidy of 70%, which will directly go to their bank accounts. Okay, with this 50 lakh of street vendors will be benefited. In order to apply for PM Swanidhi Yojana, you need to go to https://pmswanidhi.mohua.gov.in. The next one is venture capital scheme government for scheduled caste. If you are a person of scheduled caste, you can apply loan from 50 lakh to 15 crores rupees from IFCI. This is one of the very important schemes, and it is not covering under PM Atmanirbhar Bharat, but you need to know about this. If you are from scheduled caste, you can avail loan up to 15 crores of rupees, starting from 50 lakh. Okay, just you need to go to the site of www.vcfsc.in. I will be sharing this PPT with the people in the WhatsApp group. If you want to have a reading to us all these details, you can go through it. Okay, so I will be discussing in short, and I will be giving all these PDF in the WhatsApp. If you want to go through, you can definitely go through it. The next is venture capital under Startup India. Venture capital under Startup India. If you are a woman, if you are a person from SC, ST category, you can go under Stand Up India. I'm sorry, it is not Startup India, it is Stand Up India. You can go to the nearby banks here and you can avail loan up to rupees 1 crore rupees from starting from 10 lakh. If I'm not wrong, I cannot see this in my screen, but it is from 10 lakh, I guess, and it can go up to 1 crore rupees. The women this has been forwarded in order to bring forward the women entrepreneurs in action in the real environment, in the real marketing environment where women entrepreneur can fully flourish. So Stand Up India scheme is one of the very important scheme which has to be taken into account if you want to be an entrepreneur, and if you are a woman or if you are a person from SC or ST category. The loan may be secured by collateral. Collateral may be demanded by the government, unlike the other schemes, so PM Mudra Yojana, PM KV, PM, the MSME sector, the roadside vendor sector. You don't need to pay collateral, but in case of Stand Up India, you may need to pay collateral. Okay, or this can be guaranteed by CGFSIL. This is a NBFC which will guarantee in terms of your loan. They will guarantee if you are not paying the loan in time, then they will be paying the same amount to the banks. Okay, the loan is payable in years. in years it is written, but it is payable in 4 years with 18 months of moratorium. Moratorium means the time period for which you don't need to pay the interest or principal amount. Okay, 18 months will be given to you in order to establish your business, in order to earn sufficient profit in order to pay back the loan amount and also the interest amount. Okay, you just need to go to standupmitra.in and just look at the website and go through all the required details. One big suggestion right now for the entrepreneurs, for the colleges, for the principals, I would like to request Dr. Biman Hazarika sir, Dr. Shailin sir, Biman Paul sir, and also Dr. Hari Prasad Goenka sir, to please implement this thing. Start up an entrepreneurship development cell in your college. Start up a cell, at least, because these are the students which will be going to be future entrepreneurs of the country. They may not know where to approach, and you are the people whom they can easily approach. What you can do is start up an entrepreneurship development cell, which will benefit the students. What you can do is collect investment in small amount. Whosoever wants to invest there, maybe in the admission criteria, maybe in terms of any other forms, you can collect investment from the students. It can be up to rupees 1 lakhs or more than 1 lakhs, depending upon the capability of the investment criterion of the students. And these loans can be provided to the needy, to the promising entrepreneurs of your college. What it can do is it can very beautifully start a new entrepreneur in your locality, and it can start a good entrepreneur from your region. Okay, providing of loan is very important criterion for entrepreneurs to develop, because they may not have the required capital and they may not have required knowledge to approach where in terms of financing, in terms of searching for the capital for the business. So my request for the college is for Dhing College, for uh, Rabindranath Tagore University also, is that please come up with entrepreneurship development cell. These are my reference, and with this I would like to thank the organizers, Dhing College principal, and everyone present here, to all the students, to all my colleagues. Thank you for coming into this webinar. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Kailash Padwal, for your valuable speech. Now I am going to end the webinar, and we have learned various subjects on the topic Atmanirbhar Bharat, but there is a additional matter that Atmanirbhar Bharat will be successful if the government should take initiative for the ease of doing business, which is given on the black and white papers, and some practical work has been doing also, and financial scheme is also introduced by the government, very easy. We see in practical when an entrepreneur is going to take the financial assistance from different financial sectors or organizations, so many documents is required, where we practically see that there is no need to require heavy documents. Very easy loan process is going on today, but in practical we see that the financing problem is very, very hard, and the social sentiment of doing some local industry for being a Atmanirbhar Bharat, like fisheries, animal husbandry, etc. So we should create the social sentiment also. But this is a new process. Where the process is new, the Atmanirbhar Bharat after COVID-19. So it will be successful when different seminar will be go on to defined institutions or defined field of levels. So thank you very much. So we have learned about from the different our honorable sir Dr. Hari Prasad Goenka sir, Soilen Sharma sir, Dhanesh Sharma sir, and Kailash Paudel sir. So I'd like to thank everyone, and also I thank to our principal Dr. Biman Hazarika sir, and being for a successful webinar. I also thank to Hari Prasad Goenka sir, Soilen Sharma sir, and two spokesperson Dhanesh and Kailash sir. Thank you. And all the participants will be given e-certificate after within a very short period. Thank you.